Hello, friends. Here we are gathering together for another tutorial. Today, we'll be doing something that's called the visual storyboards or visual storytelling. And I really, really love this method of art because it gives it's not just drawing, like flowers, you're drawing flowers, but this type of art is more fun. And I always say kawaii, like the way the Japanese do the kawaii arts. I like to combine that kind of a concept with my work, but it is a way that you would do something to tell a story. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So I have some things that I've done. This one tells a story of a friend of mine who does a lot of videos, and she lives and she does a lot of reading, and then live in person means that she records a lot of video, and then she's saying, I love doodling. So this kind of art really tells a story. And here are some other things that I've done. I used to just love to read comics when I was young, and I used to do a lot of drawing with the comics. So here's something. You see, I've done a ton of things. I choose joy, love every day, self-care, walk every day, serve others. But it's about somebody that I made a card like this and gave to her when she was kind of going through a hard time. And then here are some right here. She's saying, my world is in pink, the warmth of tea, good to drink, calm and focus. And here's one that I did. I have so much to share. And then like I have a picture of drinking coffee and tea and then doing my art. And then I have my little dog sleeping there. So, and then another one is, are you hiding? Soon you'll come out into the sunshine. So these are just little examples of little tidbits of things that I've done with the whole idea of the visual storytelling. And let me put this away now. And then I wanted to share with you this one book that written by a Jordan Sondler, and I love her book because everything she does, you could tell she's not just drawing, but she tells a lot of stories and tells you how she's feeling and how she's overeating. She's ready to move forward. She's making a move. And then there's a picture of the city. So she's saying being different is really cool. I'm kind of going from back to the front, right? But so here's a picture, that she's looking at herself in a mirror and she's saying, I'm so amazing. So anyway, these are some of the things that I love with this visual storytelling. And today, I'm going to try one on my own. And I think that I kind of did the first draft of it. It's about how, I think it was 2 weeks ago, that I showed you how I turn scary Halloween things into cute Halloween things. And so I gave you the templates to the little Halloween goblins and things like that, right? So maybe that's something that you could do too, is to do something to do with visual storytelling. So today I'm going to do another one, and believe me, I have no idea exactly what I'm going to do. And so here I have gathered a bunch of stuff. I always start, I have a eraser and a mechanical pencil. And then I always have, some pens, Micron 0305. I really kind of like using the 05 a lot in my drawing. And then this is one called the Stedliner, and this is another one that has a kind of the tip that I like. I don't like it really fine. I just like it with just a little bit more body. So I always have these three. And of course, I have my set of watercolors always available to use. This little set of watercolors that I have. And water and markers are right here. I have a bunch of markers sitting right here because I don't really know exactly how I'm going to use markers. Maybe some color pencils. So these things are always on my desk. And then, so when I begin my work, I have all these things to draw from. So believe me, today I have no idea exactly what I'm going to do, but I want to do a little visual storyboard of my story about how I was scared. Momo, my dog, is scared of everything, and so am I. And the Halloween is something that really scares us. So I'm going to turn some of these goblins into something cute and put it on this sheet of paper. This is a 5x7, I believe. Yeah, this is a 5x7 piece of paper, and this is a hot press watercolor paper. So this means it doesn't have a lot of bumps on it. It's pretty smooth so that I could draw and with inks and things like that, but I could still use the watercolor too. So, and then what I did was I just took this old book that I have and I pasted this right here so that my piece gets a little nice small border around it. So stay with me because I really don't really know exactly what I'm going to do, but let's start. And when I talk through things, I notice that ideas comes to me. So I'm going to start out with a girl. So here's my story, beginning the story. Here's a girl who is afraid and a little leery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw her body. And this is like a cartoony kind of a thing, so you don't have to be really, really perfect or anything. And, you know, I never like perfection. I like things that are just kind of, here's a girl's face. And then here she's reaching out. And she's reaching out. With her hands. And then I will draw a picture of my dog with his face. And then he's just sitting down like this. So I'm going to remove the little hands. And her legs. So that's all it is. I'm going to, so she has this perfectly round circle head. And then I'm just gonna, and I'm going to see how that comes out. We'll begin. And I'm gonna take this number 5 Micron pen, and I'm going to draw her in. So first a face, round head. Oops, I went over that a little bit. And here are her little eyes and her mouth. And then here's her dress. Like that. And then her little legs. And you could draw any kind of a picture you like because you have so many templates that we already worked on with little girl figures and things like that. So you could go ahead and kind of look through what you have. And then here's the dog and the eyes and the nose and there we go. So I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to start drawing some goblins and things like that. But I always want flowers too. So what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to put in some blobs of flowers. Let me see. Let me see what I have. So I may just go ahead and put a few little flowers in here, and I will try to make these flowers. Here's orange. I have this color called iridescent orange, so I'm going to try this. Again, I have no idea here what's going to happen, but let's first draw a kind of a, so I'm just going to go ahead and dab those around. And I don't want to put too many in here, but I might just go and put one right here. And I might put one here. And maybe a little blob right there. And I think that's enough to begin with. I just kind of fill in the background just a little bit. And then I'm going to take a little bit of green. And I'm going to start by just putting this little in. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a couple there and very soft. And this side is going to be very soft. Okay, I don't really know how that's going to come out, but we'll see. And then when this girl is wet, no, she's dry. So I'm just going to go ahead and take off this marker so I can see clearly what my two characters look like. Okay, so here's my beginning. And then I'm going to start putting some things like little ghosts. So Halloween ghost. And we'll make this ghost cute, remember? And I might just put a little top hat on this ghost. And then there will be another ghost next to him, a little girl. So I'm gonna just try it out. Here's two ghosts. Now I'm trying to turn all these little scary things into cute little things. And you could get your template out with the designs that I gave you and kind of follow it like that. And then what other things did we do? We have some skulls, bats, And I just have to kind of be careful because these things aren't dry yet. And so there will be a, let me see, let me try at the bottom here. What would there at the bottom be? Maybe there will be a little skeleton head visiting here. And there might be another one. So there's two skeletons. And then, excuse me, my nose is running. I have to blow my nose. And then I'm going to probably draw a bat. Oh, one of the things that I think would be kind of fun to draw a little spider. So there will be spiders coming down. Spiders. And they're looking down. And then I'm going to take the water is still wet, so I can't really do that. So let's just leave those spiders alone. I would love to draw a little bird. So it might be a little bird right here. And I have to be so careful because the watercolor is not dry yet. So maybe next time I probably wouldn't do this watercolor background because I forgot that it does take a while for these to dry. So I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna show a bat right here. And he will look like that. And then his wings, I think I showed you last week how I do the wings. Put a little point right here, down, down, down. And then, if you notice, I'm trying to draw without touching the paper. Here's a little bat. And then, I think there'll be more spiders coming down this way. Spiders. So the spiders look like that. And then I would like to draw a little bird. I think this is the same bird that I drew last time. And then I'm going to go into this watercolor piece. Eyes. And a beak. And long legs. Okay, so there's a bird. And then it's fun to draw a little pumpkin right here. Pumpkin. And what else? I think maybe a cat would be good, but I still have to kind of wait until this is dry. So that here at the very end, at the top, I want to show that we're really not afraid anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a girl right here. And then I'm going to go and draw her hands sticking straight up because she's happy. And then here's the dog. Here's Momo. And she's happy too. So put a little smile on her face. So, and then we'll just draw this little thing around there. So can you see how I'm kind of positioning this so that, and then I'm just gonna keep this pretty simple. I'm just gonna draw a couple more spiders. Spiders are all over. And it would be good to have a ghost right here. Let me see if I could dry this out a little bit. I think that'll help. So first, let's start out by drawing this little circle inside the flowers. The stamen part, will make it black. So that means we're putting some little daubs of black, which is kind of neat because it's kind of Halloween-y looking, right? And then we'll do this right here. And let me see here. And I'm going to do a bird right here. Bird, bird's tail, and the legs. And then I'm going to start drawing in the spiders. This is so much fun because now we're really trying to create this little visual here that spiders aren't scary. Spiders have little legs. Legs. And eyes. Another spider right here. So draw the lines. And of course, we need to have a little cobweb, right? So we'll put a cobweb right here. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll just go ahead and put the cobweb right here. Remember, all these things I'm putting in here, it's inside the little template that I gave you last week, I believe it was. So you could take all those out of there and see what you could do with them. And then on the spider, I'm gonna put a little leaf right here, just to give it a little personality. So you just kind of add whatever you like. And what it does is that it just kind of makes it look more arty and not so Halloween-y. And that little pumpkin, I'm going to draw a pumpkin. So let me get some orange. And you could draw this from markers or whatever you like, but I always try to, I like the effect of watercolor. So I'm just gonna, no, that's not thick enough. Color's not thick enough. I need a little bit more rustic color in here. Okay. Okay, that's my pumpkin. And then I'm going to dab in between. Okay, now I'm going to take, okay, here's a bat. I'm just gonna turn it upside down so I won't mess up everything. The bat's mouth, one tooth, eyes. Here's the bat's wing. Okay. And then I think that I showed you how I kind of shadow this in with a pencil, because I want this bird to look a little scruffy. So I'm just gonna draw this in with a pencil. So there's my bird. And then the spiders too, you could just go ahead and shade these in. With a pencil. So you could just pencil right over this watercolor, which is fine. Okay. And then I may just go ahead and draw a little Halloween cat, or let me see, a moon, cloud. What do you think? Maybe just a scary cat might be good. Sitting like that, with his tail going out. There's a cat, real simple little cat. And then let's go ahead and draw the cat in. See, you could just go ahead and draw right on top of these watercolor flowers. The cat's eyes are like scrunched up. And then just put this little cat sitting on a little cushion, so it gives it a little base. And what else? I think during coffee, it'll be really fun to have a cup of hot chocolate. Right, so I'm just gonna draw that. Hot chocolate. And I'm gonna put a little heart on there because we have to keep thinking. Loving and positive. And let me see what the next would be. And I think the girls, let me see. Okay, I think I'm going to see, I'm getting a nice little picture here. And then I'm going to draw the girl on top. Right here, I hope is everything dry. I'm gonna put this right on top. And then that makes me feel more secure. So I'm going to draw the little girl. With a big smile on her face, saying, I'm not afraid anymore. Put a little flower on her dress. And then here's the little dog. In my case, this would be Momo, but in your case, you might want to draw anybody else, anything else you like. And I might just draw some design in here like this. And then on top of this, you could add whatever you like. I mean, it's really like right here, I might just add just another, maybe I'll add some leaves right here. And I may just give it a little stem. And I'll just color this in. And I may just go ahead and color this in. See, so now the leaves are like that, but you just make them different so that they're different from the way that we normally would do it. So I might just put something right here. I might just put kind of like a half a moon right here with a little face on it. A moon that kind of looks mad. And then I might put some little clouds right here. Clouds. Let me see. I think I'm going to put a little flower right here. Oh, that's nice. See how we're adding flowers? That's a nice little kind of a joyful touch to whatever you're doing. So if you want to, you could just go ahead and fill in the little spots you have left with little flowers. Yeah, I might put one right here. So it's the limit is up to you. You could do whatever you like. I think maybe I'm going to fill it in a little bit with, I have some Payne's Gray. Very, very light. I'm going to color my bat in. And I'm going to color my cat. Just give it a little shade, right? So you notice not much color at all. We would outline the pumpkin. Excuse me, my nose is really running this morning. I don't know why. See, pencils do a lot. They're easy to use and, you know, they don't create a lot of messy things like sometimes with crayons and markers and things like that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use a colored pencil and fill this in, fill the flowers in. And I'm just going to use a little pale pink. Put a little pink on the girl's cheek. Put a little pink on the dog's cheek. Pink here, pink here. Can't really see the doggy's cheek, but it's okay. So another thing that would be fun to do is just go ahead and maybe introduce another color. What would that be? Let me see. What would be a good color to introduce? Maybe something like a little bit of green in here if you want to. You could just go ahead and just give it some you could pick any color you like, but I wouldn't pick anything too dark. There, that just adds a little bit more color to it. Okay, so that's it. I'm done, and I'm going to show you what happens when you take this off. La 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 la. Do you have as much fun? I really do have a lot of fun when I'm doing these kind of things, and it just makes me so happy. And to see the end result when you don't think that it's really that great. But by the time you put up, and even on this one here, I could add more touches to it. I'll just wait until it dries. And I will probably take a look at it in another 24 hours and see if there's anything else more that I like to add. But basically, because you don't want to get overcrowded with color, I'm just trying to keep the colors pretty simple. And then if you want to tell more of a story, you could write things like big eyes, black cat, just kind of write things about each one of these. Cute ghost, hot coffee. And so you could just kind of title these things and put little writings underneath it. It would be so cute. Let's take this off. I could always, I can't wait to do this always. There we go. Here we go. So here's my storyboard. How you begin with not really being sure, a little nervous, and then you turn all these cute little goblins into, or scary goblins into cute goblins. And then at the end, the girl and the dog are not scared anymore. They're really happy, they're confident, and it's just really kind of a fun way to draw things and then show your story or tell your story. Okay, so here, let me get this up close. I hope you'll try this. And this is such a good, again, this has been like my exercise for me, you know, my 20-minute drawing exercise. And you just keep on doing all these kinds of things and you'll get to be so good. And you'll be able to draw these things effortlessly. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really had fun doing this. And I hope you'll try it and let me know how it goes for you, okay? Thank you.